These delicate and light branch earrings are a tiara twisting technique, but I'm sure you'll love making them as jewellery too. So here's some rhodochrosite from Charmer's Gems that I created into this jewellery set. You can see the earrings and the necklace using these little chip gemstones. So it's just perfect for chip beads, for little crystals, for seed beads, all sorts of smaller beads. Just dig into your samples and dig into your stash, and I'm sure you'll find. So I'm using 0.4 millimeter gauge, and I'm cutting a nice long length. Now if you're making earrings, you want to cut that length twice, because you're going to be trying to make two similar pieces. And then you fold it in half, and of course the length is dependent on the length of the earrings, so I can't really tell you that. But anyway, fold it in half, place your round nose pliers at the center and make a circle and bring the wire around the circle so it comes round on the opposite side. And this gives you a double loop, because the wire is so thin it makes it much stronger this way. So it's like the end of a safety pin really. And then twist 2 or 3 times where it meets, holding it with the round nose pliers. And now you should have a V shape of wire. So you should have 2 pieces coming out into a V. Now take one of the ends, thread it with one of your gemstones, bring it about 1 centimeter away, and bring the wire around the bead. Place and pinch where the last twist is on the stem, and then just hold it there and twist the bead or twist the gemstone. And what will happen is the wire stem will twist up to the bead and up to the last twisted area. So you've still got the 2 stems, and now you want to twist those 2 stems together. Don't add a bead just yet, because this is the branch area of the piece. So twist those about 5 or 6 times together to move the branch along. So there's the twisted stem. So now if there's a gap, so I've got a tiny gap, I'm just going to hold it and twist and make sure there's no gap between my twists. So now it's filled. So again, look for the longest wire you've got, pick up the next gemstone, feed it on, leave about 1 centimeter or so, bring the wire round the gemstone, hold it where the last twisted stem was, and twist the gemstone chip bead, and it will twist right up to the last twisted area. Bring those 2 wires together and twist them together to move the branch along. So this just moves the stalk along. I try not to use my pliers too much on it because it work hardens the wire, and it's a lovely soft wire. So you just keep going until you've got it the length that you want it to be. So every time you can see I'm doing exactly the same thing. So it's all about pinching and twisting, and you'll end up with a stem of wire with your gemstones coming out on each side like a branch with leaves or blossom or whatever. So it's very simple. I mean, you can put, if your beads are very small, you could put 2 or 3 pieces on at the same time. But I took that piece off because it was a little bit chunky for an earring, so I swapped it for a smaller bit. So it's going to be a very organic piece because all your gemstones are different shapes. You can make something far more symmetrical if you use similar shaped beads all the way along. So that's completely up to you. You'll see how different it will look every time you make this with a different bead or a different color. Also, you can alternate colors, you can alternate sizes, but ultimately this is the twisting technique, and you just keep going until you've used up either all of the wire, or you've got it to the length you want, and then you can trim. So I'll keep going to show you how I finish off. So I'm just carrying on until I use up all the wire. And of course, if you make longer branches, you're going to use the wire much quicker. It's going to be, if you make longer stems in between the branches, it's going to be, the wire's going to be used up quicker. So it sort of varies every time. So now we're coming near to the end of this wire. Let's just get these, probably 2 more beads to go, 2 more gemstone beads to go on this one. So I'm going to put this one on and then 1 more, because it's getting a little bit short now. So as I come to the end, I've still got this tiny little bit left, which I can either snip off, or I can twist to the other one, and I'm just going to curl it around to get rid of the end. So always make sure you have no spiky ends, because if this is going to be an earring, you don't want it to catch on your hair. So last bead coming up, I'm just going to thread it on, and it will fall to that last bit of twist. I could, if I had enough, I'd wrap it around, but that's where I'm going to leave it. And then with the end, I'm going to make a tiny little spiral, which will be like a head pin to hold that chip on so that it doesn't fall off. And there you have it. It's twisted all the way through. So you would do this in tandem with the other piece if you're making earrings. You just check now that all beads go alternate sides, and then you can create a bit more shape and also foreshorten it a bit by just tweaking or twisting the stem wire to make it a bit shorter and a bit more interesting in shape. So you spend a bit of time reshaping the whole piece, and what that does as well is it work hardens the wires so that it won't misshape too quickly, because it is a delicate piece, having been made out of 0.4. And that's pretty much it. You can see I'm reshaping it. So you can choose how much wire you want to use, how long you want these earrings to be. It's so subjective. And that could be a pendant, or it could be, as I would like it, to be earrings. And so what I normally do for earrings, I take a ready-made earring finding, very carefully unroll the link at the base, straighten it out, and then I remove that last silver bead and rethread it with the same colour beads as my earrings, and then remake the link. And that just brings continuity to the earring, so it looks like it all blends together to become one gemstone earring. These are fantastic additions to Tree of Life pendants, if you like making them, because you're basically wearing the branches on your ears and the pendant around your neck. So do have fun with this technique. Here's my previous Tree of Life that I had made, and you can see what a lovely addition. So if you wanted to make a set of jewellery for somebody for a gift for their, say, birthday, so birthstones, this will make a lovely pair of earrings to go with the gemstone tree. Thanks for watching. See you soon.